I'd like to welcome everybody tonight to the groundbreaking for our brand new fire hall. As far as the fire department and the Rural Fire Board, we're all very excited. Been waiting a long time for this night to happen. Quick introductions. The Rural Fire Board. You guys want to come up here too? Myself, Mark Hackle, Ron Keloff, Randy Gittison, and Gary Meesing. We also tonight have with us Lieutenant Governor Sheehy and our local state senator, Kate Sullivan. And at this time, we'd like to have Governor Sheehy, Lieutenant Governor Sheehy, speak a little bit. Just give us little words of wisdom.
Little words of wisdom. So, I just want to first of all say thank you for the invitation to be here today. You know, before I was Lieutenant Governor, I spent a little over 20 years as a field paramedic. So I feel very much at home coming back and helping you dedicate a building which you're going to use not only to house your equipment but to do training and education in. And so, you know, recently Nebraska was recognized as the happiest state in the country, believe it or not. And it was focused really on the financial conditions of the state. But as I have the opportunity to travel around the state, really it's the people that make up the state. And it's the men and the women here that are a part of the Ord Volunteer Rural Fire Department, really that we should be so proud of. You know, the fire service has played a very important part in the development and the growth of our communities over the history. Fire departments were the first organizations within our cities, and even still today we rely upon the men and the women, and 85% of Nebraska is covered by volunteer professionals, whether they're in the fire service or they're part of the EMS service, where we should be very proud and very thankful for the work that you do in our communities and protecting them and safety. And we also know that we need to thank the families of our volunteers because we know that these individuals leave your homes on Christmas Day, Thanksgiving. They leave warm meals on the table and respond to people who are in need. And so I just want to say thank you for that. Again, this building is only going to be something that these professionals make, or what they make of it. But you're making a significant investment in your community. It's also going to show other people how important the fire department is to your community. So hopefully it's going to help with some recruitment and retention. People will see it as a place that they can go and be part of the community. But you've done a great job over the last many years that you've been an association of raising money privately and having the ability to purchase the equipment and do your training without going to the taxpayers and asking. And so you've done a great job, and you'll continue to make a very smart investment in your new facility. So I just want to say congratulations, and I look forward to coming back and seeing the completed project. Thanks very much.
One of the main reasons I asked Mr. Sheehy to show up tonight was, out of all the help I required for when we were looking for the grants and everything, Mr. Sheehy was instrumental in guiding me in the right direction and returning phone calls, and really was just about, seemed as bad excited as I was for the process. And for that, we'd really like to thank you. Thank you very much. Could you give us a couple of words of...
Thank you. Well, it's always good to come back home, because Ord will always be home for me. And so it's just with a great deal of pleasure that I'm here tonight seeing the groundbreaking and actually have an opportunity to thank all of you. You've made calls, I'm sure, out to the Kokish farm. I remember about 10-15 years ago when lightning struck the farmhouse, and you were there to help us when needed. We had prairie fires out there many years ago. You firefighters are the first line of defense when we have a problem, whether it's house fire here in town, an accident out on the highways, or as I said, range or prairie fires. So it's great to have the opportunity to thank you. It's interesting to me that doing a little research of all the firefighters in this country, over 70% of them are volunteer. And as Lieutenant Governor said, you make a tremendous commitment. You take of your time and effort and time away from your businesses and your jobs. Because that's the other thing, that volunteer firefighters are held to the same standard as municipal paid firefighters. But the main difference is you're leaving your jobs and your businesses to not only take care of emergencies, but also to tool yourself up with the knowledge and the training that's necessary to make a force like this work. So again, and I guess I'd be also remiss if I didn't say you are doing work that's very dangerous. And we have to take that into consideration. Again, in my research in 2007, there were 118 firefighters who lost their lives, and 68 of those were volunteers. So again, I honor you, I appreciate your service, thank you, and it's great to be here for the dedication of this record. Thanks.
At this time, I believe we're going to break a little dirt. And if everybody will bear with us, I'd like to see all of us that put all the work into this fire department, everyone get a chance to scoop a little dirt and break a little ground. So we're going to probably start with some pictures, but feel free to take some pictures. Okay? At this time, if we could get Kate and Mayor O'Brien and Bob Steviker.